Montaigne in Australia. It is so nice to see you.
It's lovely to see you too.
We saw your live on tape performance and we were really impressed. Well, we saw a snippet, I should say. We didn't see the whole thing. It's looking good.
Thank you, thank you. I mean, that's all in the bag now, so there's nothing to be developed upon that. um, no.
It was interesting because when we think Technicolor, we just think, rainbows. But our girl is serving Cersei Lannister darkness.
Yeah, it's kind of the energy. I think honestly, if I'm going to be honest, it's that was a bit of a miscommunication between like me and choreography and the fashion department and like the lighting tech staging department because I sort of my vibe was like I'll wear the black and then around me is like, well, no, they kind of did it with the resources we had. Around me is like the bright stuff happening that like reflects off of the shiny black kind of thing. So maybe you'll see more of that in the rest of the performance, I guess. I can't remember what exactly is in the first rehearsal preview that was there, but the idea was that like instead of it just being like constant color all the time, just like assaulting your senses, it was like this sort of one anchor black hole kind of situation around me, and then the color surrounding.
It's a strong silhouette. We saw, I don't want to say horse legs, but muscularity. It was like a defined Montaigne. Are you portraying strength here?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, where are you right now?
I'm in my bedroom at the moment, just in Sydney.
It's got an organic feel. The plants, the pure white. Is this like your sanctuary?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I like spending time up here. It's a bit too messy for my peace of mind at the moment, but it's good. It's good. I love plants, so I'm lucky that I get to have this many in my room.
And what's so interesting is even if you're in Australia, it does feel like you're here. We're like, oh, Montaigne's rehearsal's next. Oh, Montaigne's meet and greet is happening. It's this lovely kind of, how do I say it? It's almost not a ghost, a spirit, a presence. Do you
Yeah.
feel connected down in Australia to us here?
I think the more of these kinds of like interviews I'm doing, the more I do, it is like hard not to feel a bit like severed from the situation just because like I don't know, it's weird. Like I'm in my bedroom, everyone's sort of away from home and I'm settled in my place. I'm still eating like shitty quick pesto pasta that I made myself downstairs, which is still nice. Like I love pesto pasta. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like it is a totally different thing being at
Mm,
home to being in a big arena designated for your big final performance. Yeah.
yeah. Um, I guess you don't have to wait for anyone to bring you clean towels, though, so that's nice. My hotel ran out.
Oh no.
No,
Oh
it's a
god.
disaster.
Ah.
But watching or waiting for the performance for the semi-final, are you nervous or is it more of I've done my part, so I don't have to be nervous about the semi-final?
It's mostly that, I think. Like, yeah, I have nothing left to um uh what's the word? There's no like expectation that I'm striving to meet or anything just because I've already met them, even if no one
Mm.
else knows that yet. Or at least, met my own expectations. Yeah, I don't feel like I feel a little bit nervous that I will be the only if the comments are to be believed, will be the only Australian non-qualifier so far. But either way, I'm proud and I really like the song. I think it's really good. I think it performed it really well. There's a lot of people around me that are really like striving for my uh well doing, so and well being as well, I guess. So there's all stuff to be proud of. So I'm trying not to be too nervous.
Well, I'm just gonna say this: you're a history maker, honey. The first Australian to compete remotely from another continent. Okay, who else has done that? No one. History books.
That is
Okay.
true. That's true.
Second point,
Yes.
there's this like halo thing, light thing coming out of my head right now. It wasn't there earlier. It's like a Technicolor sign. You could make the final, and let me
Cool.
tell you why. Your performance feels different from everyone else's in a good way. It pops out because it's in a different location. It doesn't look small. It doesn't look like a studio. It looks like the universe, a vast black expanse.
Okay.
What we saw. So I'm keeping the faith because Montaigne is
Great.
Technicolor.
Great. Thank you. I
Will
appreciate
you
it.
get to watch with your boyfriend or your family? Have you got a viewing party arranged?
Well, I'm going to be at SBS doing remote green room like live at 5 a.m. in Australia. So there's not going to be a party at 5 a.m., but I'll be there with my partner. I should probably invite my parents as well. I actually don't know how many people I'm allowed to have there. I need to check on that. And I don't know. I think I'm trying to figure out like cuz if I don't make it to the final, it's like, well, okay. I'm just trying to figure out what night to have the party on if I do have a viewing party because I would like to. It's just about like, do I do it on semi-final night or do it on grand final night? I think either way, I'm gonna do it on grand final night, whether I win or like get through or not. But yeah, just like trying to figure out what the best timing is. Yeah.
And yesterday you had your press meet and greet, and there was a lot of emotion, and it was very touching to see the honesty. This was not, a Miss Universe, everything is perfect moment. It was real. And this is why your fans love you, because Montaigne is real. Was it difficult speaking at the press conference yesterday?
um, was it difficult? I don't know that it was difficult. It was difficult in the sense that like I was sort of experiencing this tension of like desire of wanting to be there and not getting to be, like this denial. But like I'm not uncomfortable with expressing my emotions frankly and, being vulnerable. This is my job as an artist and I yeah, it was fine. Like I enjoyed you know, at least getting to be some kind of a part of the process, even if it was remote. Like, I think that's why it hit me so hard, is because I was like seeing people on stage, I was seeing the press room, I was looking at Wiwibloggs stuff just before I went in and like seeing, like you interview Lenny and stuff, and like I I don't know, that just made me feel like that's what made me feel like I was missing out, but it's also what made me feel more connected to the thing I was doing. So,
Mm.
um, yeah.
I've just got to say, it was a kind of tingle inducing moment. And we were all like sending you a big digital hug. I was sending a digital kiss. Forgive me. I know it's the COVID era, but girl, please accept. It was just this, I don't know, we feel so so much love for you. And I hope you feel it down there because it's real and
I can
sincere.
feel it.
And
Definitely feel it. Definitely felt it. It was very lovely.
do you think that a new song might be born of all these emotions you're having, right now?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, like right after Eurovision finishes, I'm gonna get straight into the studio and start writing for my next record. So probably, we'll see.
And that new record, will it continue? Well, I mean, it's hard to define Montaigne's music because you're a diverse artist with many interests and flavors and tastes. But will it go a Technicolor route? Will it go a Don't Break Me route?
It'll probably be more Technicolor energy. There's I don't know, I think it's definitely more Technicolor route, but even more divergent from that, I think. There's a lot going on in there so far anyway. And I'm excited about it. I think it's really cool, but I do think it's more challenging pop than I think people have seen from me maybe so far.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Montaigne is a mystery. The M is for mystery. because we never know what we're going to get. And I like that tease. Now, this may, I think I may know the answer to this, but I have to ask anyways, because people here are like, please ask. Would you ever in the future, in a post pandemic era, consider coming back to Eurovision?
The first interview I did tonight asked me that, and I was like, I just like blanked out for a bit because I just had to sit with it. Um, and I don't know. I think like I would have said no even a day ago, but I don't know. I think with enough time and if I if nothing else was going on, like then yeah, maybe again. But I don't want to make any promises. I don't know what life's gonna sort of like be like in the next 10 or however much years. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm not. My heart isn't close to it. So, and I think that's progress for me.
Awesome. And if we could rewind to, the decision making about Australia not being here, some people have said, oh, why aren't they here? The sports teams travel, and Montaigne, she's a national, treasure. She's representing our country. Why can't she travel? Could you walk us through that decision?
Yeah, so SBS, who, as we know, hosts like the Eurovision whole thing in Australia, they contracted like an independent risk assessor that sort of was monitoring the situation from the beginning of the year. And interestingly, like at the beginning of the year, I was told like we're 99% sure that we're going to go to Rotterdam. Like we're just trying to figure out contingencies and all that stuff. But then as the date started to crawl closer and we had to come to like a final hard line, like deadline decision, they were just like, there's a lot of COVID cases. They're in a sort of third wave. If we were to go, there's like a high risk of like Jess and the team or anyone getting COVID. If a dancer gets COVID, just can't perform. If Pat gets COVID, I can't perform. If like uh, anyone gets COVID at all, like we have to stay on longer in Rotterdam and it will just like bankrupt me. um and so like there are a lot of like things to consider. Also, like Australia takes COVID. I don't know if you noticed, but Australia takes coronavirus incredibly seriously. Like they will whip out every rule and regulation in order to make sure that every case is like cracked down on. And it would just absolutely suck if I was the person to like bring back COVID to Australia because I would be in the national headlines and not in a good way. So yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot to go into it. So I mean, ultimately, um, if athletes want to risk it, then sure. But I don't know. We were less inclined to do so.
Yeah, fair enough. People need to remember there's a global pandemic on. And thankfully, your voice will still be there afterwards and all the new music.
For sure,
Now,
absolutely.
during this pandemic, I think we've like traded places. Like you have no hair and I have too much hair. Um,
I
are you
like your hair. It
living?
looks nice.
Oh, thank you. I look like an insect when I don't have hair, and I only realized that after during this pandemic when I started to get this bush. Um, and you have the bone structure to pull it off. I'm quite jealous actually. You can just bzz, 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 bam. Are you loving the freedom?
I do, yeah. I really like it. I like how inexpensive it is. I like how my partner can just do it for me. um, I like how I mean it's kind of forcing me to change my whole wardrobe now, and I like the wardrobe that it is guiding me to. So that's nice, and I don't know. I just feel like me. The shorter my hair is, the more like me I feel. Weirdly enough.
Ooh. And how does the wardrobe change with short hair?
It's gotten a bit more like skater, e-girl, but like grandma-ish. This is like a little mint green cardigan I bought the other day. The collar's actually folded and that's very
Oh
embarrassing. But
wow.
it's like a little grandma sort of like cardigan. It's very sweet. Um and I don't know what else. I don't know. I dress pretty eclectically, so there's no telling what outfit combinations exactly I'll pull out. But I think like something in the realm of like athletic but feminine,
Mm,
married, maybe. I don't know.
yes. Oh, I'm feeling it. Your partner, I love this. There was a video, I think this was a while ago. Your Australia Decides trophy like fell out of a window, or
Yeah.
has it been repaired, or what is the situation?
It's like my watering can's actually in front of it right now, but it's in two pieces in my other trophy weird thing. I have like a little I'll show you. Hold on, give me a second.
Oh, thank you so much. Living for this. Lifestyles of the rich and famous with Montaigne.
So this is my little guy of my Eurovision trophy. It's kind of Technicolor, right? Um
Yeah.
and the trophy is yeah, it's just like that.
Yeah.
So we haven't glued it back together, but I don't know. I think it's kind of fun like this. I don't know.
There are many
And I
pieces
like
to Montaigne. So it kind of represents, your complexity.
exactly.
Hmm. It also looks like the
But yeah,
Sydney
no.
Opera House in that dish.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, it's got that effect.
And this Eurovision 2021 season, obviously we always talk about your songs, but which songs do you talk about? Which songs make you happy, make you inspired?
I think I probably talk most about Russian Woman by Manisha. I love that song. I think it's amazing. I think the lyrics are amazing. I recently did a Google Translate and I was like, them some ball of lyrics. I think I actually think I was really profoundly impressed by the lyrics, and I guess it makes sense because she seems like a very clever lady. But yeah, just like the density of meaning that she managed to pack into the song is like quite amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love her. I think her whole attitude, I think her performance, I think the choices she makes are really great, and big fan. And I also have I like love Daddy Frere and um just like from last year to this year, I think he's amazing, incredibly talented, really thoughtful, makes like every decision with intent and with care, and yeah, also find him very impressive.
And they all love you, and we all love you. Montaigne, I'm giving you a standing
Thank
ovation.
you.
Yeah.
No. Thank you.
We're wishing you so much luck in the semifinal. Honestly, this is not over till it's over. So I would push all the social media noise out the way. Yeah. Do you have a final message for all of your fans on Wiwibloggs?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you so much, everyone, for your support. It's been really lovely to see and read and listen to all the nice things that everyone's writing. And I hope you've been enjoying Technicolor. If it's stuck in your head, just embrace it and give Australia 12 points, please, at the first semi-final. Gracias.
Montaigne, artist extraordinaire, Australian queen, you are in our hearts. Thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you for having me.